Okay, welcome everyone. It is June 23rd. Holy crap. 23rd. We got what? Another week? Basically, last week of the month. Exciting. Lots of good stuff can happen in the last week of the month. Tonight, what I want to focus on first and foremost is this new club that we're starting. It's called the High Five Club, and it's going to be for any new coach that has been got started April 1st to now, and they have not yet reached the rank of senior coach. So we're going to put everybody from the challenge, like we gave out all those health scholarships, or anybody that didn't come from the challenge, just anybody new is going to be a part of this group if they want to be. And it's just really going to be like a fun little community. A lot of us back in the day, when we got started, we're in a fun little group like this. And it's where you will meet people on the same journey as you, like they're at the same level, which is really comforting because a lot of times as a new coach, it can be overwhelming. And so we're going to try to help you guys not feel so overwhelmed and just kind of walk you through it. And then once you reach senior coach, you're going to graduate and we're going to celebrate you. And so if you're a mentor coach of someone that's new, you're also going to be added to this group. We're going to have planned calls for these people. They're going to be not recorded, but there's going to be plenty of times offered so people can jump on. And we're just going to how the calls are going to work. So a global is going to be in charge. So I am the global for our team, and then my leaders are going to help posture these calls and train the people. And that's going to kind of help the mentors learn more leadership skills and how to be a better leader. So it's going to benefit both the newbies and the ones that are leading. So that's going to be exciting. And then we just added that we're going to have teams to jump on these calls with. So when you get in there, you're going to sign up for a time that you would like to join. So I'm going to share my screen right now and just show you what this looks like. And, share with computer. Okay, so can you guys see my screen here? Let me get this out of here. So this is what it looks like. This is the High Five Facebook group. And this will be, like when you have groups on the side, it will show up as one of your groups once you're added. And I haven't added anybody yet. I kind of wanted to add everybody together. So we'll be doing that tonight. And there's a little video to watch. And then you can see here where they've started a doc to sign up. And all these times, these call times are Pacific time. So you kind of have to do the math. So if you're in Central time, you're going to add 2 more hours onto that. So if it's 6 a.m. Pacific, it's really going to be 8 a.m. on Tuesday. And there's going to be a host for the call. And there's going to be 10 spots on each one. And this is where you sign up for them. So you see there's another one at 6, would be 8 p.m. Central. Tuesday night, on Wednesday, there's 2 options. And on Thursday, if you guys are really early morningers and you want to get up at 5 a.m. or I don't know who's going to be on 3 a.m. But anyway, so there's different options there. And they're just going to be quick little like 20-minute calls. Just kind of going over some things, and then they'll give you like a call to action, like what's next, what can you do next? And you're still going to be working really closely with your mentor coach, but this is just going to be another layer for you. And it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we will add those tonight that want to be in it, and this is going to be, your mentor coach is going to be in there with you. So they'll see everything going on so they can keep up to speed with that there. But I just kind of wanted to show you that. And now I want to just kind of open it up for if you have any questions about that, because I know it's new and I'm still learning too, and we've had lots of calls about it. I am excited about it. So what questions or concerns or anything do you have that you would like to ask? None? Absolutely none. Really? You guys are so smart. Okay. Well, if you want to be in this group, talk to your mentor, and then I'll add the mentors in there. But I would kind of like to add everybody at once so there's not all these different posts of welcoming people. So maybe we can, in Dreamweavers, where I listed it, just write, who of your people are going to be in the group, so we can add them all together at one time. Does that make sense? Like, so Pam, if Brooke's going to be in there, then add her. I don't think Judy qualified. I can't remember. She's already been senior coach. Or Alicia, I think Shannon should be one of those. So like, then we can just add them all together. Just make it less confusing.
Christy, Judy is not new since April, but she's not made senior coach.
Okay, so when did she?
Like January.
Oh, okay. Well, for this trial run with coaches, it's only from April on. So unfortunately, we're not going to add coaches that are back any further this time around. I'm sure things will change as they always do, but that's kind of what we're doing this time. And I don't remember Shannon's date, Alicia, but I think she falls in that. That's why I tagged her. But that would be good for her, I think. So anyway, so that's what I kind of wanted to go over. But I figured we'd have a lot of questions about that, but no questions. Okay. So I would like to then.
Hey, Christy, I'm sorry. I couldn't unmute fast enough. I have a question.
Okay.
Is it, and this was the only point I was unclear on, and I think it is true that if someone is impending but may bought their coach kit earlier but is still impending, that they are in that club, or no?
Yeah, activated April 1st. So
okay.
If they bought their kit in January, but they haven't even activated yet, they would be able to go in there. That's my understanding.
Mine too. I just wanted to see if we were on the same page with that. Okay, Thank you.
Yes, that would be good. Okay, so something I would just like to open it up is, I think this would be really good, is I want, and some of you, I don't want to call you veteran coaches, I want you to chime in too, but I would like you guys to share with me or share with us what's one of the things that you find stopping you? Like, what's a red light thinking for you? Because I think this could be very helpful with all of us on the call. And no red light thinking is a dumb red light thinking, but to just say it out loud and let's talk about it and see if we can't help you change that thinking. Or if you've had one and you already changed it, what was it? And how did you change it? Or what did you change it to? Does that make sense? So who has one? I know you all do. Okay, Janice, can I pick on you? Because you had a really, really good one today that you shared with me.
Was it that I kind of got beyond the whole feeling like I'm selling something?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess because I've heard it so many times, but it's just really started to click over the last couple of months that I feel like I'm just sharing things instead of selling it. I finally got past that. Before, I always felt kind of reluctant, like I don't want to come off salesy or anything. And one of the things we heard at our little get together in Bellevue at the hospital on Saturday was the speaker said, just look at it like you're sharing or you're asking people if they want a piece of gum. And if they say no thanks, you don't go back to your chair and you're not like, oh my God, they didn't want a piece of gum. You just are like, oh great, I offered them a piece of gum, and that's fine if they don't want it, but I offered it. So it was a good way to look at it.
I loved that because I've never heard it said with a piece of gum. We've heard the coffee thing, but the gum, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You're not offended if they don't want your gum. You're like, sweet, they didn't want my gum. I want to keep it to myself. So yeah, just offer people a piece of gum. That's good because I think that's a big one that people have that fear of selling something, and to get past,
I really did. So.
Mm-hmm. To get past that is huge, and not be connected to the outcome, and
Yep.
and just share. That's awesome. Good. Barb, do you have any?
I'm sure I do. I just need a couple minutes to get my thoughts together. Somebody else can go first.
Okay. Melissa? No red light thinking at all.
I'm sure there's some, but I can't really think right now. All the activity going on here.
Okay.
But I'm listening.
Okay. How about you, Lou?
Well, I had somebody cancel their beef slim the other day, and I told Tanya, I was like, I think she's quitting. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to email her. Maybe she just wanted it to not go in automatically. And so I emailed her, putting out that point that, you can change your date to, whatever fits best for you. And come to find out, that's why she canceled her B Slim. I could have just thought, oh, she quit and not said anything to her and let it be. But she emailed me back and said she reinstated it and changed the date.
Awesome. Awesome. And so going with that green light thinking of, oh, maybe she just doesn't know or whatever, and calling her up or emailing her, that turned out really well for you, didn't it?
It did.
Good. That was a good one. Thank you for sharing. Alicia?
I was trying to think of one that I may still have because I've probably gotten past so many, and I've been doing this for a while. So definitely the offering the piece of gum, like offering coffee definitely helped me in the beginning. But I think probably now it's just more like, if you're gonna call somebody, is it a good time? It's not a good time. They might be eating dinner. Well, now it's like, you just always have some reason why you think you might be bugging them, or it might not be a good time. And that kind of plays around in my mind still. And the way that I've gotten past it is I've just kind of created a schedule that, that I've said I'm going to get some, do some calls or whatever it is. And then if I do that and then just stick with it, and then I don't have the opportunity to talk myself out of why it might not be a good time to call them or something like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, just kind of, I guess, getting a plan and sticking with it instead of talking yourself out of why
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest thing. And I know my mom and I have talked about that before. Like, well, you want to call them at the right time, but you're not going to know when that is unless you call them. So,
Nope. And they're always going to tell you too. If I call someone, I'll ask them, is this a good time?
yeah.
And
I do.
if it's not, then say, okay, that's great. Would later tonight work, or is tomorrow better? Because I think that, of course, they want to talk to me, right? That's going to serve me better. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's the one I have for now. That I can think of.
Okay. Anybody else have one to add or questions for anybody that shared?
I love that point, Alicia, because I kind of think like that. I've been having issues with that myself. I'm glad you brought that up. But I have another one. I have one right now that I had talked to her a couple months ago. She wants to do this, but she didn't really say that she didn't want to do it right now. She had planned on doing it when she got back from her Dallas trip. I had left her a couple messages, and then she didn't get back with me. And so I kind of let it go. And then I saw her the other night, and she's like, I still want to do it, but I want to wait till the right time. And so she's kind of putting things off. But I worried about bugging her because I had left her, a few messages, and then just said, okay, you can contact me when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because she had said she wanted to do it, but I just worry about I'm not trying to be pushy, but I feel like I'm being pushy.
Okay. So you gave her the off the hook?
Right.
You gave her the off the hook?
Right. And then she didn't call back or anything, which was fine. And then I ran into her dancing the other night, and she came up to me and was telling me that she still wants to do it, but she's not ready right now. So I said, okay, you just let me know. You know where to find me.
That's
When
perfect.
she is ready. But I really, when I was leaving her a couple messages where I did the off the hook, I'm like, okay, she's not answering. I just felt like it was too much that week that I was trying to get her to answer me back.
And that's the exact purpose of the off the hook, is to tell him, you know what, hey, I feel like I'm kind of bugging you now because I keep calling and you're not answering, and the last thing I want to do is bug you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to see me in the grocery store or see my phone number on your, and think, oh my God, this lady will not leave me alone. So I'm not
Right.
bugging you about this. I'm not going to be calling you. And if I see you at dance or the grocery store, you don't have to run and hide from me because I'm not going to bring it up. But I am
Right.
here to help you when you're ready. And that is a big relief for them. It really is. And I think it's a relief for me as doing the off the hook too. Because then I'm, it frees everybody up from that. So I think it's great. So you did great. And she will. She'll come to you when she's ready. And you don't want her until she's ready anyway.
Right. Exactly. I told her I didn't want to see her wasting her money, because if she wasn't ready, there's no point yet.
Well, honestly, she'd be wasting your time is the way I look at it.
Too. That too.
Because she'd be frustrated because her mindset wouldn't be there and all that stuff. So that's a good one. That's a very good one. Anybody else?
Well, I was just going to add to that. When she started saying it at the meeting on Saturday also, they said it takes 5 to 12 exposures for 80% of the people to say yes. And that's, I guess, kind of even where your connections emails come in. And I kind of had a light bulb moment last week when, I had ran into a guy that sells insurance one day, and I said, oh, I keep meaning to, get back to you. I want to, get a quote from you on car insurance and house insurance. And he contacted me, and he could have looked at it like, oh, she'll get a hold of me when she wants the quotes, where I took it like, oh, thanks so much for reminding me, because I'm such a procrastinator and I just kept putting it off. And I think that's what a lot of people do. Just like, Barb said, people just kind of busy and they kind of just keep forgetting. And especially if they're thinking, well, I'm not going to start this program for another month, so why bother ordering the food now? And, they just put it off until the last second. So it's nice sometimes I guess I have a different approach or a little different outlook now on approaching people. I kind of figure, you can still approach them, and there again, if they aren't ready, that's fine, but you're not necessarily bothering them. Sometimes they're relieved that you called them, and we'll let you know that. So
Very true. Good. Very true. Okay, so unless you have more to add, anybody else has another one to add? I was just going to finish up the call by letting you guys know that something I've noticed maybe is not everybody, but I think people forget. I want to help. I want to help you guys, because I don't post very much anymore about like a before and after story on my own page. So if people are waiting, sometimes I feel like they're watching and waiting, to see what the leaders are doing, and I'm not doing that. It's only because I have a lot of clients, and I'm kind of out of that mindset of wanting more clients right this minute. But what I'm going to do is, what I think is a great idea, is to take one day of the week and focus on, and I'm going to do it for Tuesdays, like Transformation Tuesday. And what I'll do is in Facebook, or in our Dreamweavers page, is I'll go ahead and put a post up for you guys. So if you're new, this will help you just to even remind you to do your own, or you can take that one and download that picture to your computer, and then copy and paste the story part, and then upload that picture to your wall and copy the story to go with it. And you can put a little personal note like, I saw this, ran across this today, and it just, touched my heart, or this story really excited me. I wanted to share it with you for Transformation Tuesday or whatever, but being consistent with that, like the other parts of, so if you're just going to do that on Tuesday, then make sure you're posting other days of the week too, but make it personal, like something you're doing, maybe if you drop your phone in the lake, whatever it is. But be sure to, because what you're doing with Facebook is you're creating, you have an audience, right? And you are letting them see who you are and building relationships. Even if they don't comment on your posts, they're watching you. So if you are consistent with that and always be upbeat, always be, true to yourself, maybe some positive quotes that you see is fine too, but just make like one day a week. So if it's going to be Tuesday, then have that be your day for making a post on Facebook with a story and a picture so that these people can watch you. And also, when you're cruising through Facebook, make sure you stop on people's pictures and their postings and write a little something and not just like them, and really kind of build that relationship. If you're short on friends, go into your friends and check out their friends and see who of the friends that you know that you aren't friends with yet on Facebook. And make sure when you're posting that you post as a public post, not just to your own friends. Make it public. Why? Why would I want to make it public? Well, because if you make it public and Susie Q, who's your friend, posts on it or likes it, it's going to go to her world too. It's going to go to all her friends. So you're going to reach twice as many, 3 times as many. I really don't know how many people you're going to reach by doing it public rather than just to your friends. So that's why that little circle, that little world is so important when you post to make it public. So I just wanted to get that out to you guys so that you could do that and make your teams aware of it if they're not on the call tonight. That Transformation Tuesday, I'm just going to start doing that through the summer and see if I can't help you guys, remind you guys to start posting more. And, it's planting seed season, kids. The harvest is coming. And it comes, usually August is a really good month. People are getting back to school, getting back to regular routines. Their kids are going back to school, that kind of stuff. That's when they're ready to do something. They've been on vacation. They overdid it on vacation. They're ready. But if you don't plant those seeds now, there's not going to be a harvest when it's time for harvest. So it's very important to plant the seeds now. Yes, Kelly.
I'm glad that you said that. I was going to also say that it's a great way when you have a lot of clients that you are interacting with, when they like your public post, it goes into their world. So even if they aren't referring to you actively, I've gotten clients that way too, because their friends do see them in real life, and then they see them liking my post or commenting on my post, and then they'll call me or they'll message me as well. So, and that I try to post once a week as well. And I get private messages quite a bit from people who I've talked to a long time ago, who never liked a post and never commented, who want to set up calls. So, I mean, it just happened today. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because the public part really does make a big difference. And even if people aren't posting, they are always watching.
Yes, they are. There's a lot of lurkers out there that you won't even know are watching you. And then one day you're going to get a private message and they're going to say, I've been watching you and I'm ready to hear more. And you will like, holy crap, I forgot I was friends with that person. Like you don't even know they're out there. Like it's crazy. So build your audience, get your friends. You want at least 500. So if you don't have 500, go into your friends' friends and start looking. Who do I know that they know and I forgot I knew, back from high school or grade school or teachers or whoever. And then let's start doing Transformation Tuesdays as a team and just, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Kelly, Barb, Brenda, Alicia, Lou, like if you all post the same picture, don't think that everybody's going to see that you're copying each other, because you all have different friends. Everybody's news feed's different. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, they're going to see them copying again. Like nobody knows that. So just in case that was a worry, nobody knows that. So you can post away. You can take that and use the same post. So, but that's all I got for tonight. So unless we have any other questions, comments. Okay.